Hey, what's going on, people? This is Tom from Training for Warriors Darwin. I'm just going to deliver to you some quick tips about 10 steps to getting a better body. Okay, so what I have here is 10 steps to a better body. All right, and we're going to go through all of these things, and I'm just going to go through each of the points as well, and why it's important. Okay. So if you were to follow these, okay, obviously for well-trained people, you would still benefit from this, okay, because sometimes even the best trained people forget about how to look after themselves and forget about the basics, okay. And if you are untrained, if you're thinking about getting into training, okay, then this is some stuff that you could use. Okay, so first tip that I've got for you is sensible eating. Okay, you don't have to go on any mad diets. You don't have to go on any sort of cleansing detoxes, juice diets, Juice Plus, Herbalife, Isogenics, and all that sort of bullshit. All you got to do is just eat normally and probably cut out some stuff. So look, what a good idea to start off with is to work on the handful diet. Okay, so basically what that means is that at every meal, okay, you're going to have a palm size of protein, your palm, not my palm, a palm size of protein, a small sort of golf ball size of carbohydrates, okay, whether that's, rice, potato, pasta, or something like that. 2 handfuls of green vegetables, okay? And if you grab your thumb at the base of your thumb, okay, that's how much fat you should have each meal, okay? Whether that's nuts or oil, whatever you cook your meat in, or something like that, okay? A really good thing to do is to grill your meat, and then you can have like some sort of oil-based dressing or some kind of sauce which has a fat content. Okay, but that's pretty much as simple as sensible eating needs to get if you're just starting out, and that will work. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to eat 3 to 4 solid meals a day. Okay, and like it says here, include a protein source at each meal. You need to have cruciferous vegetables at each meal. Now, cruciferous vegetables range from your cabbages, your broccolis, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, stuff like that. Why? Because cruciferous vegetables have compounds in them called indoles, indole 3-carbinol, right? And basically what that does is that latches on, to put it in sort of basic terms, that latches on to toxins and helps flush them out instead of those toxins, say from like plastics and hairsprays and deodorants and things like that get sort of confused in the body and get stored as fat, and don't get cleaned out. And they actually store fats, store sort of dirty, toxic fat in the places that we really don't want them. So for men, for your movies and around your hips and things like that, and also obviously around the abdominals, okay, and women, hips, thighs, bums, all that, okay. And that's a lot of what cellulite is as well. Now I'm going to do another little video, a little mind map about getting rid of cellulite as well later on. Okay, so cruciferous vegetables at each meal. Okay, I would strongly recommend eating fermented foods at each meal as well. So as a side dish, have something like sauerkraut. Sauerkraut's my go-to one. It's fermented white cabbage, and white cabbage is actually the highest indole 3-carbinol containing cruciferous vegetable, as far as I know. Okay, now I put here starchy carbohydrates. I'm going to zoom in on this. Starchy carbohydrates pre and post WO, so pre and post workout only. Okay, that would be a really good thing to do. Okay, so starchy carbohydrates being your rice and your pasta. Okay, so if you're eating 3 to 4 solid meals a day, then 2 of those meals are going to contain rice, pasta, some bread, potatoes, something like this, right? And they should always be in and around your training windows. Okay, so I'd say an hour before, maybe 2 hours before, to give you some energy for your workout, and also directly afterwards as well. Okay. Now, don't forget that this is sort of based at people who are trying to regain their health and trying to transform their body because it's not in a very good state. Okay, so that's your food. I mean, it's as simple as that. Sensible eating. Okay, now supplements that can be good for you. Okay, we don't promote a heap of supplements really because most of them they just end up being expensive piss basically. So we don't really promote them too much. But omega-3s from fish oils or flaxseed or something like that to help the body recover from training, to increase your testosterone levels, to help with that, and also to try and fight inflammation on a cellular level and in just general level as well. Okay, so omega-3 is really important, right? That with fish oils, because of obviously the the sea, the ocean is in a pretty shit state really, because of us really. I'd be very, very careful about where you source your fish oil from. Nordic fish oils, as far as I'm concerned, are probably the best. I personally actually use flaxseed oil, which is still very high in omega-3s. And yeah, I just have that, put it on a spoon, have it twice a day. So it's about 5 grams, something like that, or 8 grams or something. I don't get too caught up about, the exact amount of what I'm supposed to have. I just put it on a spoon, drink it, boom, there you go. Now, same with L-glutamine. L-glutamine really, really good for recovery, muscle recovery and soreness and things like that. Just, again, it supports your immune system, just helps you rebuild, okay, without getting too sort of technical and stuff like that. It just basically helps you rebuild your body. And obviously, when you're training, you're actually breaking your body down. Your results are not gained in the gym, they're gained outside of the gym and what you do outside of the gym, hence why the sensible eating is really, really important. Okay, so vitamin D, if you don't live in a beautiful place like where we are in the Northern Territory, then vitamin D is hard to come by. So you might want to supplement some vitamin D. Again, do your research, even go to a naturopath, go and get yourself tested to see if you are lacking in vitamin D, or look, just spend a bit of time outside, guys. Go outside, get in the sun. You don't need too much of it, otherwise you get cooked, as our Darwin people will know. But still very, very important for health. Same with magnesium and zinc. Some really, really important electrolytes, especially in magnesium. And this is all for recovery, basically. This is all to make sure that you're hitting all your, your micronutrients as well as your macronutrients. But these guys here in this supplement section, that's really what my go-to would be. Magnesium, obviously, really good for helping, again, soreness and stiffness and things like that. Epsom salts, I actually found a product that is much better than Epsom salts. Actually, it's actually about 5 times the potency of Epsom salts, and I will post a review about that later on. Okay, so that, listen, the basics is that sensible eating, that should be first. Okay, so on the hierarchy in health and body composition and things like that, calorie intake is the most important thing. But we're not going to talk too much about calories and things like that today, because we're working on the handful diet. But that, as far as body comp is concerned, if you eat too much, you'll gain weight. Even if you eat too little, you'll actually end up gaining weight as well. You end up gaining fat. What we want to do is just sort of get it right and eat 3 to 4 solid meals a day. Don't over snack and eat shitloads. If you want some ice cream, have a bit of ice cream, have a bit of chocolate, but don't eat the whole thing. Okay, limit yourself, and if you can't limit yourself, don't have it. Don't go near it. And over time you'll understand how to implement that sort of stuff back into your diet. Now, training. This is always a hot topic about what's the best training program and all that sort of stuff. This is an example of what we do at TFW Darwin. That's this is what we promote and what we do, and it works. We get good results from it. So The bottom line is you need to be following a progressive training program. No matter what you're doing, you need to make sure that you're constantly trying to do more than what you did the last time, whether it's an extra set or a couple of extra reps or a bit of extra load on the bar or a little less rest time or something along those sort of lines. Like they're like the biggest ones. Okay, so as far as doing lower body and upper body, we'd recommend 4 weight training sessions a week and 1 conditioning session, or maybe even 2 conditioning sessions. That would be ideal. I'm going to try and play around with this. There you go. That would be ideal. Okay, so as far as your lower body, okay, before you start a training program, if you are relatively well trained and you've got some rep max numbers or along those lines, then great. You can work on percentages of your repetition maximums. Or if you don't, you can just feel them out as you go. And look, just, if you're going to, if you don't have anything, then start with the bar. And then the next time you lift it, you put a kilo or 2 kilos on the bar. And then next time, 3 kilos and 4 kilos, and gradually you'll build up. And the main thing is, as long as you're consistent and you're persistent with what you're doing, you will get stronger and you will change your body. Okay, but shit doesn't happen overnight, so you got to give it time. So 2 lower body sessions, 1 heavy, 80% of your rep max, nothing less than that in my opinion. 1 light session. Light depends on how you think of it as light, but no more than 65% of your repetition max. And that's the same with your upper body as well. Now, what you could do is, girls, you could add in another lower body session instead of the upper body session and do more of a hypertrophy style bodybuilding type session for your lower body instead of a heavy weight training session. And you could add in just so you could do 3 lower bodies and 1 upper body. So the upper body would be a heavy day, and then 2 lower bodies, 1 heavy and 2 light. You could do that if you were a female, if you were more interested in building the booties and the hamstrings and all that sort of stuff. And that would be a good way of doing it. Your conditioning, so sprint variation depending on the level of fitness, right? So if you are literally stuck on the couch and you can't get up because there's a lot of you, then sprinting might just be, walking, walking 50 meters and walking fast and getting 50 meters, having a rest, and then doing that like 10, 15, 20 times. And then just building that up again, progressively building that up, making it a little bit harder. Once you've done sort of, you started at 10 sets, you moved up to 15. Once you hit 20, then cool. Then you start, maybe going to find some steps, or maybe finding a hill, or getting on a rowing machine, or getting on an ergo, or getting on a bike, or something like that. Or you can go down the athletics track and sprint your ass off to 100 meters, rest 5 minutes, do another 100, and start just doing 2, and then move up 3, move up 4, move up 5. With conditioning, the choice is yours, just as long as it's high intensity stuff. Now, that's not to say that we don't promote any low intensity cardiovascular, but we don't incorporate it in our gym programs. If you want to go out and go for a walk, then please do. If that's going to chill you out and it's going to relax you, I know that a lot of people run because it relaxes them. Just be careful, all right? Too much cardiovascular will actually start putting some body fat back on you because your body gets a bit stressed out from doing that sort of stuff. So if you're going to do it, you can do some cardio, then make it hard and fast and short and sharp. Tabatas, great idea. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, multiplied by 8. You could do that. And then, for your steady state, you could just go for a walk outside, get back to nature, go for a walk in the park, take the dog for a walk. Do whatever you got to do to sort of de-stress. All right. So drink more water. That is the next step. So what have we done? We've done 1, 2, 3. 3 is drink more H2O. 3 to 4 liters a day. More on training days. Minimize your alcohol levels. Okay. Alcohol does nothing for you guys. I'm sorry to say that. 1 or 2 beers every now and again. 1 or 2 a week. Yeah, all good. But look, if you are overweight, not happy with your body shape, not happy with the person you look at when you look in the mirror, and you still persist with drinking alcohol, then sort yourself out. You know what I mean? Because fuck, man, if you want to lose weight and you want to look better and feel better, then you need to cut that shit out of your diet, because it won't do anything for you. It'll blunt your testosterone levels. And you need testosterone to build muscle and burn fat, which is what you're trying to do if you're trying to get your body back and back in shape. So for those of you that think that drinking 1 or 2 beers every night is okay because you're not getting drunk, well, I would strongly recommend that you go to an AA meeting and sort that shit out, because it's not good for you. Zero tolerance to fizzy drinks. I mean, it's silly nowadays that we even have to go down that road. If you're drinking Coke and drinking Sprite and all that sort of shit, or Coke Zero, guys, cut it out. It's no good for you. Coke strips fucking rust, That's not good, all right? So don't drink it, all right? Don't drink anything fizzy unless it's fizzy water, all right? Just don't do it. Green and white tea, the catecholamines and the antioxidants in green and white tea are great. Okay, fires up your metabolism, and is just generally just good for you guys. So get that, like drink, between 3 and 5 cups of green or white tea a day. That would be and that's not including your water. Also, I like to drink peppermint tea. Peppermint tea is good, great for digestion, and also it's a good way of getting more water in your system. 7 to 8 hours of sleep, okay? Bed by 10 p.m. Read a book instead of watching TV or looking at your phone before you go to sleep. Phones have the same thing as almost like morning sunlight. Your body actually looks at it the same. So it'll actually stimulate a cortisol response if you're staring at your phone sort of just before you go to bed as you're lying in bed. So set your alarm before you go into your bedroom. Get that done, plug it in, turn it upside down, blacken your room out. Try to limit as much light as you can, so it's you're mimicking the cave from back in the day. You want a black room so your body can rest and recover. Because guys, if you're not getting this 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and you're one of these foolish people that thinks that sleep is overrated and you'll sleep when you're dead, well, good on you, because you're not going to get anywhere with your training or your health, because sleep is not overrated. It's probably it is the most important thing, okay? So make sure that you are getting your sleep, all right? And if anyone tries to deny you of that sleep, fight them, okay? Fight them to the death. Walk 10,000 steps every day. That's do that. All right, that's a proven thing. Okay, leaner people walk 10,000 plus steps a day. If in doubt, buy a Fitbit. All right, I don't have one. I don't need one. I work in a gym. I'm on my feet all day, pretty much, apart from when I'm making videos like this. But yeah, walk 10,000 steps a day. Just get out and start moving. Positive self-talk, mindset. Okay, mindset is really, really important. Do you know what I do when I wake up in the morning? I look in the mirror. After I've sort of pulled my head from my bum, I look in the mirror and I tell myself that I'm a leader, I'm a champion, I've got the heart of a lion, and I will succeed in everything that I put my mind to. All right, and I say that probably 10 to 20 times in the mirror, saying it to myself, saying my name, saying I am. All right, because if you say I will, when, I will when. If you say I am, it means that you're doing it right now, okay? And you should be doing that, guys, because I tell you what, personally, people might think you're crazy and you might think I'm fucking crazy saying that. I don't care, because it works for me and it might work for you, so give it a try. More sex. Well, that's easy for, not as easy as it may or may not be easy, is what I'm trying to say. But if you had the chance, then try and get some more sex, guys, because it is, and that's male and female. So all the girls out there, you know what to do. It's the best way to boost testosterone levels naturally. Test boosters and steroids and all that sort of stuff, not the best way. Get your freak on. Sleep naked. Now, it says refer to studies here, and I haven't put it in. Charles Poliquin, the strength sensei, made a blog post about it. So I know that there is a statistic that leaner people sleep naked, whether that's true or not. But you know what? It might make you have more sex. So, get your kid off. All right. Infrared sauna usage. Okay, 20 minutes 3 times per week. Okay, can really help detoxify skin cells and relax your mind, relax your muscles, and just helps clear some crap out your system. So infrared saunas have been shown to detox the sweat that comes out of you, basically. In a wet sauna, you know, the ones, the old leisure centers and stuff like that. You pour the water on it and it all steams up and it's all great fun. And then you can't breathe and then you have to get out. They only about 5% of your sweat is toxic, right? It's toxins, all right? Infrared sauna, 25% of what comes out in your sweat is toxins. So get it in you, all right? Toxins equal nasty, bad fat, okay? So get in an infrared sauna, find one, use it. Daily mobility. Listen, foam rolling, stretching before bed is best, man. Like, honestly, when I stretch before I go to bed, I sleep so well. I don't do it enough, but if you want to get better in the gym, okay, to be mobile, you will get stronger, okay? And to get stronger, that means you will be getting leaner, you will be getting fitter, you'll be getting faster, you will be on your way to achieving the body that you want, okay? So daily mobility is key, all right? So stretching and mobilizing yourself. And I always think just doing it at the end of the day is a great idea. It's a great way of winding down, just, you know, in front of the TV before you go to bed. And it just really, really relaxes you guys. So, you know, stretch your backs out, stretch your hamstrings, your quads, your hips, your shoulders, you know, ROMWOD, okay, the range of movement workout of the day website is great. Like it costs like $15 a month or something, and you can get all their stretching videos. So it's really cool actually. I try and do that more often than not. Sometimes I forget, and I'm a naughty boy. So there you have it, guys. 10 steps to a better body, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video.